Oh, that feels, yeah, proper quality. Oh, brilliant. Are you going to help? Are you going to help? I'm just about to start recording. Okay, so welcome to this very quick recording. I got some help this morning. So welcome to this very short unboxing of the Osmo Pocket 4. I haven't pushed this out to my subscribers, but if you found it by mistake, it's nothing to do with motorhomes today. It's just I needed a new camera. If you are a subscriber, you might know I've already got a GoPro, which is running here, and an Insta360 X4, which is what I'm filming with at the moment. But this, which is the GoPro 9, has started playing up on me. It doesn't like the heat. So recently I was filming a Vanguardian alarm system when I was recording for about an hour in the heat, and it shut down on me twice. I thought the battery had gone, but it kept shutting down, so it's not reliable anymore. It's still a good camera, but I thought it was time for something else. Done a lot of research, and this does seem to be the ideal camera now for the sorts of things that I do. Now, I've only undone the box part of it to check what was inside, because I ordered this from Amazon. They said it's going to take about a week to arrive. I think it said the 8th or 9th of June. Well, it's about the 4th of June. It suddenly arrived. It was left on my doorstep without any acknowledgement. No one rang the bell. I was in. Amazon haven't said it's delivered. Amazon at the moment are still saying it's out for delivery, or it's being dispatched. So we're not going to get a second one, I don't know. But I'm not pleased with the fact that it was delivered and just left there. I'm going to feed that back. So just watch that if you order off Amazon. So I had to open it and just to see what was in the box. So I wasn't expecting it to come quite that quickly. I am pleased. So here we are, straight out of the box. The DJI Osmo Pocket 4. Now, there are other similar cameras around that are cheaper copies, but I particularly wanted to go for the DJI. I've got a Mini Pro 3 drone, and I'm in one of the forums, and some of the support guys from DJI are in that forum as well. When someone has a problem, they quickly pick it up and deal with it. Yeah, the support has been quite amazing from DJI online. I'm hoping it'll be the same with this. This is really for the layman. You wanted something to record your holidays or to do a little bit of vlogging. Now, this is the basic package. You can get another package which is about 100 and something more expensive, that comes with the light and a stand and those things. I have some of those things anyway because of other cameras, so I thought I'd buy those afterwards if I need them. Now, there are filters you can get to go on this. I have gone ahead and bought the filters because they are always useful to have the filters if you are in bright sunlight. We've got a major trip coming up to Poland, and I just want to make sure we've got everything that we need to have to film that. Sort of, I'm going to say it's a once in a lifetime. I've been to Poland 4 times, once on a holiday, and the other times with school trips. But I think this will probably be the last time that we do an in-depth tour, as we're going to do this time, which is actually sort of travelling around Poland as far as Gdansk and down to Krakow and Warsaw, etc., Poznan. So nicely packaged. So on the box, it tells you all the things about it, what it is, and the selling points. I'll probably put a screenshot on there to get a close-up for you. There is some stickers and bits and pieces. Let's just have a look at this first. So what we got here. Right, so a bit like the drone forum I was talking about, that tells you about the forum you can go on and the DJI store. And then safety guidelines. So I'm not sure I know anyone that reads those. Some sort of sticker. Bring the memory card. So some sort of sticker that reminds you to bring the memory card. Well, we'll talk about that in a second. Do you actually need a memory card? And then a quick start guide on there. Now I'm just going to see if we can do it without a quick start guide, but we'll see. Just the product name in a pouch. Now I know that other YouTubers or other reviewers have moaned about the pouch. They had a nice sort of box to put it on the previous version, I think. I bought a box to put it in, but when you unzip it, I actually thought, oh, there's no camera. Where's the camera? Because you've got some pockets here. Right, so this, I'm just going to say the other thing, that if you get the full bundle, it comes with a DJI radio mic that you attach onto your chest, etc., for recording. I didn't want to do that, so I've already bought the DJI Mini 2 recording mics, so that'll be a little bit overkill to have 3. So this is a little sort of thing that clips onto the bottom, but this allows you to attach it onto a tripod, USB-C, and when running, insert the handle into the Osmo Pocket 4 without holding. Some little instructions on the back, and there's a tab there. I'm going to leave that tab on for the moment. So that was in one pocket. That does. I'll show that there. So a USB-C cable to USB-C, and hidden underneath that shows how small this is. Let's just show that to the camera here. That's way smaller than I thought it was going to be. So just for size comparison, it's the size of my hand. So you can actually carry it without seeing. As opposed to, obviously the GoPro, which you put on a handle, is quite bulky, especially when you've got the windshield and things onto it. So let's take this out. It feels quality as soon as the packaging feels quality. Oh, that feels, yeah, proper quality on that, but so small. I was panicking for a minute because I thought they'd sent the wrong camera, because I know from watching YouTube's there's a couple of buttons here. I couldn't see them, but of course they are hidden underneath the rotating screen. So that rotates. Oh, it's just gone straight into life, and it's all. Hey, now I've never used something with a gimbal. Look at that. That is, I've got to say, as a first time user of something like this, that feels really weird. I mean, any time I come across a gimbal is on the drone, and the gimbal is brilliant on the drone. So underneath you've got these 2 buttons. This one here is customizable, and that one changes the view, I think. And I think what I should do first is just turn it off and maybe take these bits of stickers off. So does that? Oh, I like that. I'm a big kid. Very nice. And that reveals then the recording button, and you've got a little joystick there. And then let's take this one off. Not sure if I should read this on here, but oh, it tells you what they are. Zoom button, customize button, and the joystick. If you're like me and you're getting on a bit, I've passed 60. I know, like about 25. But even with my glasses, this is very small writing. That would be my My only problem there, I can just about read it. I've got to say the instructions here are much better. So those are much easier to read. So perhaps I will look at those at some point. That writing is pushing it for me at my age. So lovely screen. And there's that remove. Oh, maybe I should have taken that off before I switched it on, but there you go. I'm going to keep repeating, that just feels really nice. Good quality, ergonomically absolutely brilliant. It's just exactly where you want to put it. And so this bit should slide onto the bottom. There's another sort of, let's take that off. Again, what does that say? When mounting, insert the handle into the pocket 4 without holding the release button. And something else. Right, that's a release button. So I could see it said, don't press the release button. So right, just a firm. See, that one doesn't actually feel like it's in. Oh, there we go. Just a firm push. Now, what that does do is make it slightly longer, which is, I suppose, better as a sort of vlogging handle. So let's just see what else we've got. So obviously a USB-C socket there for charging, and we've got a little opening here, which is, you see that? There's a little opening there for your SD card. Now, the nice thing about this camera is it already has, there's over 100 gigabytes of memory built in. I bought a 250 gig SD card to go in. I've seen several people recommending this card. This is the Lexar. I mean, obviously there's other makes available. This is a good price. But what people are saying is you need to have 3 within a U. That is important, particularly if you're going to be doing the high frame rates, and this goes up to about 240 frames per second to do the slow motion, a very high, higher than any of the other cameras have got, to get really smooth slow motion if you want it. So it's important to have that on your card. So it's not just any card, get the right sort of card to go in. I thought it was 250, but bonus, it's a 256 card. So that goes into the slot. I'm not going to put it in there, as I say, because this has got that sort of memory built in. I've just seen another, oh, that's the actual lens. That's quite important. So that one was hidden away. So let's just do that back up for a minute. I might do it, just going to, no, can't do that filming. Oh, I've got to let the dogs out. Okay, so yeah, so plenty of memory, and again it links to your phone. So if I swivel this round, it shoots into life. Well, it's now asking me about the language. If I bring it up to this camera, so how do I confirm it? Oh, swipe to skip five times from there. Osmo pocket device. Okay, so this is the Mimo app. So what does it want me to do? Connect to Mimo, update to the latest firmware and discover more features. Tap to connect the device. Right, searching for the device. Right, it's found it. I haven't done anything here, didn't have to switch anything on, and it's found it. So connect. and confirm. I've already got the count because of the drone. You may need to set up your own. So it's now telling you the different things: the joystick, the zoom that you can use as a zoom, customize button, you can rotate the screen, about the storage. Done. Okay, and now we're straight into filming. Now asking about a firmware update, so we'll do that. It seemed to be taking a long time to download. It got to 50%, got stuck. This has switched itself off, so I went and made a cup of tea. So the 50% is the actual download. It's now waiting to install it. So I switched this back on, press install. Device not connected. Connect. Some failed. So why has it failed? We will try again. Enable Wi-Fi. On what? So that's obviously working. Let's just switch this off again. Let's try switching this on, see if it does it. Connect. Okay, it's telling you to connect, update to the latest. I assumed it found it because it came up, so my mistake. There we go. That's interesting because that's now instantly come up showing what's on here. So I presume that is now new firmware. It's saying new firmware available. Tap to update. So that's probably been caused by me making a cup of tea. But I thought as it got to 50%, it was still downloading. It could do with downloaded, install, but small points. Let's speed this bit up. Wait 2 minutes, it says. 2 minutes. So welcome back. I've now moved into my motorhome just so it's easier to film with this. I don't really want to film around my house. And this, I notice, defaults to that setting, the 4K 30 frames per second. So I haven't got to mess with that. Now my main thing is I want to look at the customizable button that's on here, so I can press it and get the gimbal to flip from forwards to backwards for when I'm walking along and vlogging. And this is a great vlog camera. A lot of people buy that for that. I looked in the instructions, the quick start, and it's not easy. There's not much information there or anywhere as to how to use those, so it is down to looking at YouTube clips, or I just googled it and found that I can use that customizable button in 3 different ways. The other thing is, out of the box, when we switch it on, let's remember which way that it goes, it's not that easy to use. I will switch on record and then I can use that as well. So if I want to film my door of the motorhome, on a GoPro I would just point it there. This takes a little bit of time to get there, but also if I want to film the bin, you know, there is a smooth, I suppose it's a smooth delay, but yeah, it takes a bit of getting used to. That's all I was going to say. But this is where at the moment we're going to use this button on the side to control that, so I can move it down, and I can, so basically, in other words, I could just stay still and I could look at the door just by using this button, which is different obviously from the other cameras, or look back down at my phone. That will zoom in and out, and apparently you don't lose any quality on the video from doing that. Okay, so that's the zoom button, that's easy enough. But if I want it to face me, well, on the screen here there is a button that looks like the button you have on a phone to turn it around. So let's, oh, no. Right, gimbal rotate. So you can use that. Oh, that is a good picture, isn't it? It is fairly dark in here. I meant to open one of the other blinds up, but one of the reasons this coming into Motorhome is to look at the different filming conditions. So it's fairly dark. I can make it darker. Let's just go and shut up above me. Got a skylight. Let's make it really dark, and you can see it's changed. So that's still a decent picture. What happens if I close that one there? There's no lights on in the Motorhome. That's still a decent picture. The cab has got a blind up, but the two side windows are open, and at the other end of my Motorhome there's a skylight open. Just one little skylight. So that's pretty good, isn't it? That's interesting. From the three different cameras, the 360 is quite dark, isn't it? The GoPro doesn't look too bad. So there is two buttons below the screen, the zoom and the customizable button. So I've got lots of light coming in now just for the benefit of the other cameras that are filming. So what I'm going to try and do now is customize this. So I believe you hold down the C button and that brings up it says customize button, single press, double press, triple press. So it reacts to how many times you press it, obviously. Straightforward, once you know how. Single press. Now I can go to quick capture, CI quick capture, not sure what the difference is, gimbal recentered, rotate gimbal, switch C1 stroke C2, doesn't make anything. Switch C1 C2 doesn't mean anything to me. Photo video, so we can switch between taking a photo and the video, or joystick controls zoom and tilt. That's one that's ticked at the moment. And then fill light. Well, I haven't got a fill light, but there is a light I'm possibly going to buy as the extra. If you bought the extra pack, it would have come with the fill light, but as I say, it came with the radio mic, which I didn't want to buy. So there's a fill light that just clips on the back, and you can switch it on and off through this customizable button. So I'm going to go to the gimbal rotate, and hopefully that's what I want. Gimbal rotate. Let's come out of that, because at the moment that's all I'm interested in. I will switch the record back on, back in record mode, press the C button once. Yay! So now easily to go between the two views. So I'm happy. So the screen, as far as I'm concerned, it reacts a bit like the GoPro. If I pull down on it, you get the settings, and then we've got a whole host of settings. Now really you're going to have to experiment. I'm not going to spend lots of time today. There is the C button there, which takes you into the menu that we did just now. Just again, if I press that and hold, that takes you straight to that menu. So I'm now looking for the gimbal one. Now that looks a bit like a gimbal. What's that? Gimbal mode. Oh, there we go. That was a good guess. So it's on follow. Follow mode is suitable for most scenarios, including vlogs and selfie videos. So again, you possibly need to experiment before you go out videoing properly for the first time, but I certainly find that much easier, and it's compensating for the difference in light pretty well, because it's quite bright outside. Add sub. Oh right, so this is when it's tracking. You can add yourself into it, so in your crowd it knows what to track. So how do I do that? No. Hang on. So I'm going to have to come out of that, turn the camera around. So it's now got me registered in there. So if it's tracking within a crowd, if I've got this on a tripod, it should be able to pick me out easier and track me rather than other people, and I can put Rachel in there as well. Subject tracked it. Oh, now did you see it instantly come to me? So let's go the other way. So because I've registered it, I presume that if I go off to the side, it instantly found me, and now wherever I take it side to side, it's tracking me. So when I'm vlogging and walking along, looking at the road, making sure I'm not falling over, it's going to track me the best it can. Right, there's no zoom at this setting, so what I'm going to do, this possibly won't work, I'm going to throw this up and down. So I'm sure that was rubbish. What else can I throw? I might have to get that back. Let's try that again. Let's see what that comes out like. Now I believe there's no sound when you do that. So, oh brilliant. Oh, I love that. I have gone ahead and bought the mini tripod, which is there, and it certainly is mini. Okay, so a very small, feels quality. I had something like that for the GoPro, but it squeaked, and so that now can just screw into the bottom. It gives you an even longer handle, but it should, I don't want to break it. Oh, there's a button. Well, that's useful. That's very useful. There's a button there to press, which releases it. Oh, they all spring up together. I have bought the case. Okay, a set of filters, ND filters, a bit like having sunglasses on. And the nice thing about these, if I can get one out, is they should just, if I switch it back on, go into selfie mode, they should just pop on. Ooh. They're magnetic, so you can see how that's changed the picture. Let's take that one. Oh, you're going to give it back to me. How are you going to get? Ooh. Okay, a little bit fiddly. I don't really want to touch the gimbal, and there's some others there, but it's also got this one. I wasn't expecting this one. This one. Now this one you can actually control by turning it around. Now it'll probably have more effect outside in the sun. Ooh, it doesn't like me touching it. I don't know how you do it without touching it. Okay, so that rotates round. Ooh, I'm not used to it tracking. Hey, cool. Maybe I'll leave that on for a bit. Yeah, and I bought the case as well, so if I switch that off, if you buy the combo pack, I think you get a gimbal lock that goes on there, but I wanted something a bit more robust. This is the case that fits the the Pocket 3 and 4, it says. So that opens up, and there's places in here to keep your filters, which is brilliant, and fit nice and snug. And then that's everything protected, not just the gimbal. So it's worth, I know it's about 20 quid. Right, that's it for now. We'll be out filming. Okay, so this is a quick test filming with the gimbal set on the first setting, which says it should be suitable for most vlogs. Let's just turn it around. Hopefully it's tracking. We're in the forest. I've got the microphone underneath my jumper, and you can't see it, so that's quite good. Dogs should be tired because they have already had a walk. So this is a very short walk. I'm not going to go too far from the motorhome, which is down in that direction. It just takes a little bit of its time to track back to where I'm pointing. I think I can speed that up. So if I want to look at this tree, I suppose it does come. Okay. Straight on, let's keep going. Let's go past it. Let's not take any notice of it. Let's just keep going and we'll carry on this way. And back the other way. Here we go. This way. Come on.